What is up, guys? We're the Vapers.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Sam.
And today we're going to talk to you about a little something spreading around the vaping community a bit like wildfire.
That's complete garbage.
What's that?
It's called popcorn lung. Now, most people know as all these things that have been coming out lately with popcorn lung and how vaping is dangerous because of this sneaky ingredient called diacetyl. But we're here to bust that myth today and really cover what should be covered properly about popcorn lung and the truth behind it.
Allow us to cut through the fog a little bit for you. There's about 100 times the amount of diacetyl in a normal cigarette than there is in any e-liquid that actually contains it. Many manufacturers have actually cut it completely out of their product line. There are some that still contain it because it gives some flavors a nice buttery texture to it. However, my question is, if there's 100 times the amount of diacetyl in a normal cigarette, which we know there is due to a Harvard study that came out, then why hasn't anyone who smokes regular cigarettes came down with the same condition that afflicted the workers in the popcorn factory in Missouri?
So really what it comes down to is, why is it that every time something is proven wrong about vaping, like it being highly dangerous and it's so unstudied, that we have this problem in the United States where everyone wants to prove it dangerous? So what we've seen so far is it started off with being, oh, we don't know, it's undiscovered, it's a very freaking researched. And then after the research came out from England with their community health board, 95.9% safer than smoking, then somehow all these other studies come out where, oh, popcorn lung. So it looks like they're just trying to find the next thing on the train to really make it so that we can not vape. It seems like tobacco companies have their hands in this. It seems like big tobacco literally has their hands in it. And we get this thing called popcorn lung where no one's really brought up anything about smoking. So, I mean, really, the smoking issue in the United States is really taking a back burner right now and not really getting any attention paid to it. But it started off with people talking about how this is geared toward minors. Like how it's made toward like, oh, we're trying to get minors to do this, or this is just a hipster thing. No, this isn't a hipster thing. This is for people that want to quit smoking. When you get to a point like this, you're doing it because this is more like a cigarette pull than anything else, and you're getting your nicotine in your system. And it really is upsetting to see that all these people are trying to make vaping sound like it's so bad. Like all these things like on the label, right? You can look at any one of the labels you get from any juice brands that aren't from Michigan, and they say, oh, it includes ingredients that are known to cause cancer in California. What ingredients in this are known to cause cancer? Stuff that you wouldn't get normally. Like I said, propylene glycol, something, PG is more commonly known in the vaping world, is something that is found in hospital vents to sterilize the air to make it cleaner. It's really upsetting, though, to see how it's progressed to this point where they're talking about popcorn lung. And how many actually diagnosed cases do they have in the United States from specifically people vaping?
8 from people in a popcorn factory that were inhaling powder diacetyl, not the vapor form that is found in these. And there's, like I said, a lot of companies that have cut diacetyl completely out of their product line. For example, Grand Rapids e-liquid, which we are vaping on right now, they don't use any flavors that have diacetyl. They don't buy any flavors from any other companies. They use complete pure flavor extracts. So
just like Cyclone Vapor and Kalamazoo, they use pure flavor extracts. You don't need anything. It's like MSG. All right, so what people are saying diacetyl as is MSG, as a flavor enhancer. But everyone that knows what they're doing about making e-juice uses pure extracts. They don't need stuff to add flavor to it because it's a pure extract flavor. And it's upsetting that you see someone aiming so hard at the vaping community to show that vaping is so bad that they have to keep pulling things out of their back pocket to try and like prove it's bad.
And let's not forget about Big Pharma. Big Pharma is another big enemy of vaping. Because if there's less people getting cancer, or there's a cure for cancer, for example, they don't make money selling cancer treatments. That all the chemicals used in chemotherapy, everything that's used in a hospital, funded, paid for, sold by pharmaceutical companies who make their living, who keep their jobs off of selling those products. So of course they're going to try and poke holes in vaping. Of course they're going to try and find something that's wrong with it, or find something that might feasibly and unresearchedly may possibly cause a problem. But the problem is, with their research and what they say, is that if they don't push that agenda, then they don't make money, they don't get people to keep buying cigarettes, they don't get the funding they get. Even the nonprofits, they get funded because people are dying of cancer. American Heart Association, American Lung Association, all these groups. If people aren't coming down with these illnesses, then no one's going to donate to them. No one's going to give them the money that they live off of.
And literally, when you look at it, it's like saying, I should stop drinking alcohol, period, because I may get liver disease from it. Yeah, it's a possibility, but that's... Everyone takes a risk, and there's no risk in vaping.
If I walk down the street, I'm going to breathe in carbon monoxide off a car. And if I smoke cigarettes, I'm probably going to get cancer. But if I vape instead, I don't have to face that eventuality. Even if there is diacetyl in the liquid I'm vaping on,
which there is not.
It's very unlikely that it's actually going to cause a problem.
Yeah, and it's really upsetting in my sense that, like you said, you might walk across the street and get hit by a car. All right, there's all these eventualities, but none of them are like smoking cigarettes. None of them are going to be like smoking hookah. None of them are going to be like smoking anything else. And this is just like this is water vapor. I can literally, and you can see water vapor on my hand. That's all it is. And these companies are throwing it out the window like it's something crazy. And you know what? There's something else that's upsetting us too. And that's the stuff, like mods and stuff blowing up in people's faces. And that's what we cover in our next video. That's probably going to release almost immediately after this one. And we're really going to show you guys and talk to you about what problems can arise when you don't properly vape safely. We know we covered it in our safety video, but tune in for our next video about how it is, like what's safe and what's not safe. You know, for new vapors, like we'll go over that stuff and what's a proper build, what's not. And last words on popcorn lung.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. It's not worth all these things that people are saying that you're going to die from these things and that you're going to get hurt or all these problems are going to arise. They're not. And if they ever do, which is highly unlikely, that it's because there's something like the diacetyl is too highly concentrated in e-juice, which wouldn't happen. And that's at the point, it's bad e-juice. All right, this whole hype behind popcorn lung results around knowing what e-juice is proper to vape and what's not. Every time you go into your local vape shop, or even when you go in there, ask them, like, hey, do you guys use diacetyls? Hey, do you guys do this? I mean, like, it's really what it comes down to. Ask them if they use diacetyls. Ask them these things. If they tell you yes and you're too worried about it, go get juice somewhere else. I don't want to take away from business from your e-juice company or your local shop.
But that's the free market. That's laissez-faire economics. If I don't like your product, I'll buy it somewhere else.
It's all about being educated. And people that are uneducated make rants and statements that are highly offensive, attacking, causing problems, and don't ever end well with the community. We always want everyone to learn that vaporizers, all from starting from a vape pen to mods like we have, that it is beneficial to your health. And that popcorn lung is something that is given so much attention. It's being put in the spotlight and it holds almost no credibility unless you're working in a popcorn factory inhaling powdered diacetyl.
So that being said, guys, we've got nothing else for you today. Vape on.
Yep, vape on, you guys.